We are done fighting our ADHD. Hey, welcome or welcome back. My name is Hannah, and today we're talking about ADHD, specifically how to work with it and not against it. I'm going to show you a few of my favorite ways I work with my ADHD. First, let's talk about executive dysfunction. This refers to the set of symptoms caused by a disruption in a person's ability to control how they think, feel, and act. As a result, they may struggle with memory retention and self-regulation. It's kind of a fancy way to say we got a lot of stuff going on in our heads. Now that we understand our brains work a little bit differently, it's time to get dirty.
What?
I mean, it's time to begin our first system, commonly known as the pile system. I want you to get up and actually study your space. Look at every little detail or clutter in your home and think, why is this here?
There's literally no method to my madness.
No, I bet there's a reason why it's there. After you've studied your space and realized, guess I kind of do have a pile system, we're going to tone it back a little bit. This is what I call the basket method. I love baskets. I have way too many baskets. And there's a reason for this, okay? Because they are so helpful for ADHD. You want to know why? Because they don't have a top. I don't know about you, but if I have to open up a drawer and open up something else and I'm not getting to it. I'm not putting it back. I'm not grabbing it. It is gone. It's not there. But having a basket where it's already open and you can just throw it in there and walk away.
Let's go.
You better believe it. She's going to change your life. So when I'm looking at my space, I'm really thinking about what is a super common mess that I have. This is a super common mess. It's a book that I'm reading, something art-wise, my computer, another notebook, some coloring utensils. So if I'm consistently leaving items in the same place, I need to stop fighting it and actually give them a place to stay. Makes sense. So let's give it a home. Here is its home. So art supplies would go in the art room, right? Not always, because I like to do this type of art watching TV. So therefore, maybe it should be by the TV. Remember that your systems don't have to look like every other person's system. If you enjoy reading this certain book in the living room, keep it in the living room. If you like to color in the living room, keep it in the living room. But you can make it a little bit less visually cluttered. Now, I get that having this on my couch isn't the most aesthetically pleasing thing in the world, but it works. And it's so much better than having my crap everywhere on the couch. And if someone comes and needs to sit on the couch, you take it away. But now it actually has a home. And I know that my books and my art supplies that I watch TV while doing is right here. And it makes it so much easier. The next thing we're talking about, I like to call the costume method. I can't get enough of Halloween, so I make everyday Halloween and I wear a costume every day. Not in a weird way. I use costumes to trick my brain into doing things I don't really want to do. For example, when I need to clean up the kitchen, I put on an apron and I basically cosplay someone who's good at dishes. I don't know. If I have the intention in the beginning of the day to do a workout, I'm putting on workout clothes. As if it's a costume, I'm cosplaying as someone who goes to workout classes. I know it sounds weird. Let's say you have to work from home, and as someone with ADHD, working from home is really difficult. But I put on my business outfit. I put on yes. It somehow tricks my brain into thinking I'm actually that girl. Like I am that person. I use intentional clothing to help me get over the barrier of, I don't want to do this. Well, now it's fun. It's like a game. Our brains with ADHD love games. So next time you don't want to clean your house, put on an apron, put on some slippers. It might help you. It helps me so much. I love to play the part. Next up, you either love them or you hate them. To-do lists. But if you have ADHD, I highly recommend you use them. At the beginning of your day, you're going to write out your to-do list. As many or as little things as you want. Then you're going to circle the most important thing you need to do that day. Put that to the side. Now circle the most fun thing on your list, and you're going to do that first. If nothing else on that to-do list gets done, then nothing else on that to-do list gets done. But we need to celebrate the small victories. With ADHD, small tasks can seem really big. So when we write them all out, are able to visualize them, and we pick the fun thing to start with or something that seems a little bit more manageable, it's going to put us in the right direction. And a lot of times if I start out with something I'm really excited about, I feel like I can keep going. Do I usually finish everything on my to-do list? Pretty much never, but I get the one important thing done and I do the fun thing. The last thing we're going to be talking about today is called the foraging method. We just kind of talked about what to do at the beginning of the day with the to-do list, but this is for the end of the day. This is my foraging basket. If we continue with the home house analogy for all of your items, the foraging basket is like a hotel. They can stay in there for a night, but they are not staying in there for good. This basket's job for the whole day is to stay empty, and at the end of the night, I go around and I forage for random things that I just laid around in the house and that are strewn everywhere. The goal with the foraging basket is that it stays empty and it has its own home. With me, I have to save a lot of things for the morning, which is where I have the most energy. So I like to use my foraging basket at night, and then in the morning, that's when I put my things away. These really focused on working with your ADHD instead of fighting it. I know these probably sounded outrageously simple and it kind of made you want to go, duh. But I promise a lot of people, including me, needed someone else to share their little tiny adjustments in their day to make their ADHD a little bit more manageable. And I hope that me sharing this with you, you can grab some ideas and brainstorm off of them and see where this goes for you. I really appreciate you sticking to the end. If you did, thank you so much. I have so much more in store for you guys. Don't forget to daydream. Bye.